clack, bang, beat, bad, Raider gang. Silver and black, hardest ones in the game. Super Bowl rings, cracks holes when we swing. Taking over LV, it's a Misfits thing. Up to the Bay, back down to LA. Out to LB, Raider Nation all day. Most fucking haters got none on the Raiders. Shout out to my Dodgers and the fucking Lakers. One shot killers keep them squillers smashed out. And the Cowgirls with a sword in their mouth. OGs of LA and the whack ass chokers. Back to South Bay, we don't want them anyway. Two swords in the past, ripping everywhere we at. Cause it ain't where you're from, always stay on the attack. Silver and black, Bo Jackson throw back. It's a Misfits thing, black hole where we at.
The Raiders cultivated, then reveled in their ominous image.
Black colors, the skull and the crossbones, and we didn't represent everything. It was good. So we probably led the league in boos, B-O-O, boo, because everywhere we'd go, we'd go on the road and boo. But it was a means of acceptance. And the worst thing for your football team to go out on the field would be to complete silence. It's like there's no one there. And we kind of did encourage that, and the players kind of like, that, everyone's against us, we have to band together.
Of all the Raider Nation Misfits podcasts in the world, this is definitely one of them. Hey, everybody, you're tuned into the Raider Nation Misfits podcast, episode 29. Once again, man, starring your host, the president and founder of the Raider Nation Misfits Booster Club, sugar-free Joe Ramirez. What up, Prez?
What up? What's up? It's cracking.
Oh, man, it's raining over here in Southern California, man. What about right there in the high desert, man?
It's raining over here, too. It just started a little while ago raining, but it's been cloudy for a couple of days, man.
You said it right there, man. It has been cloudy for a couple of days, yo, man. In the Raider Nation, it's been very cloudy for a couple of days. But you want to know some crazy press, man? Like, there's hope. I guess there's always hope around this time in the Raider Nation, man. But we'll see what's going on. We'll get to it, man. But everybody, on behalf of the Raider Nation Misfits podcast, I hope you guys are having a happy holidays, right? I hope you're, enjoying your time with your loved ones, with your family. And like Prez always says, man, if this is the time of year where you hurt the most, hey, man, we're with you, man. We're here to support. Reach out to us, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can suffer together, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about, man. It's all about supporting and bringing about, positive solutions. Hey, everybody, this next segment is brought to you by the Misfits Kitchen, okay? So everybody, for your next community service event, for your next party, the information is listed down below. Hit up sugar-free Joe Ramirez. Let's make this delicious event happen. Prez, can you hit everybody with the Raider Nation Misfits community service calendar, man?
Yeah, it's a new year, so we don't really got a lot of stuff planned as far as set in stone. But there's always going to be something happening. We're kind of working on some things right now. Working on giving back in all of our communities, every community that we're in. So we are working a lot to get things set in stone. I don't really want to put anything out there until everything's set in stone. But we had a busy December, busy November.
Absolutely.
We were all over the place. My guys were doing a lot of stuff. Every chapter was putting in work, whether you saw it or whether you didn't. Believe me, we were out there. It's not always about being out there publicizing it. Sometimes there's a lot of work done behind the scenes that no one really sees.
Yeah, that's right.
There's also a lot of stuff that you do see, and then when we do put it out there, it's for you just to be inspired and to motivate you. It's not to brag about it or throw it in your face or just say as a competition. It's pretty much to inspire you and to motivate you. So whatever stuff you do see out there, but like I said, there's also stuff that you don't see. And we do help our own members a lot. We are there for each other a lot. And to just to speak on something that, as a club and as a club, as far as people, we don't always get along, bro. Our club members itself, we don't always see eye to eye. We disagree, just as family does. Family disagrees, we disagree. And sometimes, we have to communicate about it. We have to communicate what our issues are. We have to put them out there, because a lot of times we're not always the problem with bringing a lot of a group together, or bringing different people together. It's always meshing these different personalities. It's always meshing different personalities, and trying to bring them all together, because you got different people that think differently. I might feel a certain way about something, but I'm not going to force my way of thinking on anybody else. Just because I feel a certain way about something doesn't mean the next person that's in my club, or a part of a family member or whatever, has to feel the same way I feel. That would be wrong of me to kind of push my ideals and the way I think on anybody else, just because I don't see eye to eye with somebody from a different group or whatever, doesn't mean that necessarily I'm forcing people who are with me to feel the same way. That's childish. That's we're grown. We're grown. We're too grown for that. So I don't believe in that. I believe in kind of building bridges and not burning them. So that being said, we got to think kind of that way, as far as even outside of this, even outside of this club, even outside just on regular daily life, we got to start thinking like that as well, because there's a lot of clashing going on right now, that I see, and I don't get involved, and I don't have my club get involved in any other way. We don't deal with drama. I don't do drama. I don't you won't see me going back and forth on social media with someone. You'll never see me throwing shots at somebody. If I have something to be said to somebody, I will tell them like a man to them directly. I will message them. I will do whatever on the side. I'm not going to put it out there. I'm not going to put it I just don't believe in all that. And I just don't believe in all the unnecessary drama, bro. There's too much stuff going on as far as life than to have to deal with all this unnecessary drama. So like I said, that being said, bro, um, the way we keep our heads clean is to community. So the way we keep our minds right and our karma right is we do a lot of community service. That's the way we keep we I that's the way I keep positivity up. That's the way I keep the morale up, and that's the way I keep different club members involved, because they could be spending their time doing a lot of other things. They could be doing a lot of other things, but they choose to be a part of what we're doing because they believe in it. People believe in it. If you're doing it with us, you believe in something that was the foundation that it was built on. And what this was built on was community service, giving back, and helping one another. That's the very foundation that this club was built on. And I always say, look, the results on the field don't necessarily change how we feel as a club, or what we do as a club. The Misfits we could be 0 and fucking 12 or 17 or 18, and we're still gonna be out there representing, and we're still gonna be out there in the community, and we're still gonna be out there. We'll probably be mad because we lost that Sunday or Thursday or Monday. We'll probably be disappointed, but we're not going to be stopping what we do, because it goes deeper than just the football team itself. That doesn't dictate who we are. That doesn't the results on the field don't dictate what we should be doing on the outside, which is community service, giving back, showing human kindness. Those are things that should be always done, and they're gonna be done regardless, win, lose, or tie.
Yeah, that's what's up, everybody. Hey, Prez, man, thank you, man. That was heavy right there, and you know, that's something for everybody to think about. So, really, when it comes down to the calendar, everybody, we stay busy. 2021 was a very, very, very busy year, and me myself, I had an opportunity, man, to be part of some of these events. So it was it was a really great experience. But looking on everybody, like Prez said, we got things in the works, and then we'll start putting things out there once they are confirmed, right, and ready to move forward with with letting everybody know what's up. But everybody reach out to us, man, wherever you are, because we're blessed and we're fortunate to have other chapters all over the place, man. All right, so just hit us up, okay, and include us in that community service event, because we want to help and we want to participate. And then, Prez, we don't got anything official on the calendar, man, but we do got we are involved in our weekly things, man. Can you just let everybody know what we do, at least on the weekly basis?
Yeah, every week, man, we got food pantries going on in the LA County area, and on Saturdays it's the Sabado Food Bank, and then on Fridays we work together. We work with the community service people. They're called Jessica. I'm sorry, I just tongue tied right now. They're a community empowerment center. And we link up with them, and they allow us to help them out. And they give out food, and so we do the same with them in conjunction with them. And we're allowed to give out food boxes with them. It's just a little something to help people get by. The same thing on Saturdays with the Sabado Food Bank. It's just something to help out. And if you ever need a box of food to get you through the week, need help with that to eat, we don't want to see nobody go hungry. So hit us up, send us a message. We don't need no information. I don't need no personal information. We don't need no legal status. We don't really care about all that. Honestly, I just need to know where to take it. Need to know where to take it. Either you pick it up, or we could drop it off. When and where, what time, and that's pretty much about it. It's just through the kindness of our heart is why we do it, for no other reason.
What's up, everybody? So we're available. Hit us up, and then that's what's going on the weekly basis, man. Look on the link down below, and then Prez, I just want to real quick, but man, before we move forward into this podcast, I just want to continue with what you said. Hey, Raider Nation, in this moving on in 2022 in your own personal life, Raider Nation, man, and everybody, man, if you got a beef going on or whatever, or if you have, personal issue, man, or if you have some hurt or regret, man, somebody did you dirty in the past, whatever, man, you know what I'm saying? Or you did something wrong, you know what I'm saying? This is the time to own your mistake. This is the time to, if you need to ask for forgiveness, man, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you got to do it. And this is also the time to forgive whoever did you. Now, that doesn't mean that everything's going to be crimson and clover, but Raider Nation, man, it's time to move forward, man. And then once you move forward, man, and you have that happiness in your life, man, you know what I'm saying? Then everything else begins to fall into place, man. Hey, Press, check this out, man. This next segment is brought to you by Enfermo Productions. Everybody, man, let Enfermo Productions produce your next project, man. The information is listed down below, man. Hit us up and let's make it happen. Hey, Prez, man, listen to this. Check this out.
Right at the moment than it is to be consistent. Even Jaunty John Madden, who won 100 games in 10 years, used some bizarre methods.
Now, I used to say something before a game, every game before we go out, and sometimes even at halftime before we go out, and I had no idea what it meant, but I heard it someplace, and it sounded like a pretty good idea. The last thing I'd say was, don't worry about the horse being blind, just load the wagon. Then let's go. I have no idea what it meant, but, some guys kind of got excited when I said it.
All right, everybody, man. Everybody, of course, that's the voice of the one and only John Madden. And real quick, everybody, man, just a shout out, as we remember this great and tremendous coach, John Madden. And, Prez, you and I, man, we had a conversation before the podcast began, man, that John Madden was way before our time, and he was way before everybody's time, man. Only the old schoolers remember Madden, and all the Bay Area heads, man. All of them remember Madden, right? But what's the important thing about Madden? Well, everybody, I want you to think about this, man. First of all, you heard Madden right there, right? And he wasn't like the typical coach, and he didn't pick the typical players, man. He picked that's right, man, the misfits. You get what I'm saying, man? And also, along with the misfits, right? Man, he's the one who put out that commitment to excellence. Now we know that that's an Al Davis thing, right? But John Madden and those teams, man, all those winning teams, and they were winning teams, and they even won the big one, Prez. You know what I'm saying? That was the commitment to excellence, man. So everybody, shout out to John Madden, Prez. I'm sure you remember him and his broadcasting, like in your youth and stuff like that. Him broadcasting all those games, and everybody remembers them Madden football games growing up. That's for sure. And people are still playing it and stuff like that. But everybody, man, the youth and everybody just remember, man, Madden was a Raider coach, and he brought in all these misfits together, man, to win the Super Bowl. And that's the commitment to excellence right there, everybody. So as we shout out John Madden, man, and as we move forward, man, everybody remember, man, in everything that you do, give it your best shot. That's the commitment to excellence. Prez, can you believe this, man? We're still in it to win it, man. Now, I don't, tell us, Prez, were you, let's go back to that Cleveland game, because that's how far back we got to go. And we'll move with it quick, man. I was at work and I had to listen to it on the radio. I was driving and I had to listen to it on the radio because it was Lord Have Mercy at 2 p.m., right? Prez, did you get to watch it on TV, man?
Yeah, man. Look, I watched it. It's the offense. The offense, bro, is just it's not really performing really good. Yeah, we're winning. We're winning, bro. Don't get me wrong. I'm always happy, win. A win's a win. I'll take it. And you got to look at it both ways, though. Look, we're missing a lot of pieces. Waller's been out.
Yeah.
The running game hasn't really been there all year. The running game hasn't really been there all year. The offensive line, it really isn't a running offensive line as far as for the run game.
Right.
They're good at pass blocking. That's they know how to pass block. But the running game has been suffering. One of our running backs went out. So it's like the offense has kind of been sputtering. It wasn't a pretty game. It wasn't a pretty game. Let's just put it that way. It wasn't like it was the best game to watch. But like I said, the end result is a win is a win. A win is a win. You could tell, though, we're really missing Waller. We're really missing Waller out there. We're really missing that honestly, I hate to say his name, but we're really missing a guy like Ruggs.
For sure.
We're really missing Ruggs out there, bro. That really hit us hard. The one standout I could say is Renfro, bro. Renfro's been doing work. He's been doing work. He did work on the Cleveland game. He's been doing work all year. And the defense has been showing up. The defense has been showing up, bro. The defense, they kept Cleveland down. Yeah, I give it that they had their almost a third stringers in there. Cleveland, second, third stringers. But hey, they're still professionals.
Right.
They're still professionals. They're in the NFL for a reason. They're still professionals. Any given Sunday, anybody could win. Any given Sunday, any team could be beat. Any team could be beat. Look, the Chargers just lost recently to the Texans. So any given Sunday, bro.
And they got the ball back late. Really late in the fourth. We thought we lost. Look, when I don't mean to interrupt, my bad, Praise, but when that interception happened, I'm sure your heart sank. My heart definitely sank.
I thought it was over.
Man, I'm serious, man. I started getting a headache, man, and I was like, dude, are you kidding me? And seriously, I was just like, we all had those emotions. And then the defense gets the ball back, and I'm like, okay, something, please, 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 because we cannot lose this game. Because if we lose this game, the Raider Nation is going to kill each other. You know,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know.
it was. I mean, I thought it was over when he threw that interception. I mean, I get that he's trying to push the ball down the field. I get, but that was an ill advised interception. The throw
Yeah,
right
man.
there, bro. I don't know who he was throwing to. I don't know what he saw. I don't know what it was. But even when it was in the air, you're like, oh my god. I was watching it. You're just like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What is he throwing to? Like, and then the ball just keeps floating and floating and floating. And then what do you know? Right? You know, and you're just like right to the opposite team. And your just heart just sinks, bro. You're just like, as a fan, you're just like, fuck. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm over there screaming at the TV. I'm just like, I'm tired of your shit. I'm tired of your fucking shit, car. I'm fucking sick of this shit every fucking year. I'm yelling at the fucking TV. Nobody likes watching the game with me in my house because I'm yelling, I'm screaming. It's like, oh, there's dad watching the game. You know, so nobody likes watching the game with me, bro, because I'm cussing at the TV. I'm tired of Derek Carr's shit. And even when we got the ball back and he came back, he had a couple clutch throws to get us, a couple, clutch throws to get us in range.
Oh my
I, wa-
goodness.
I was still like, I'm still tired of your shit, bro. I'm still tired of your shit. You know what I mean? Like, he
Yeah.
still came back, bro. But it's that love hate. It's that love hate, bro. It's that love hate relationship because you're just like, fuck you. Why'd you give me a heart attack, bro? Why'd you have to give me a heart attack? Like,
Yeah.
why'd you gotta do this, bro? Like I said, we squeaked it out. We squeaked it out. But the MVP is our kicker, man. Tell you that.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. Shout out to and I'm seeing it in other places. Everybody, oh the real DC, the real. Nah, hold on, man. I didn't call him the real. I called him the other DC, but I think we coined it first, man. The D DC. Are you with me? Daniel Carlson, man. Cash Money Carlson is back. We know that Coach Basacha, man. That's he's a special teams coach. So of course he he's ready for DC Daniel Carlson to kick that ball, man. But that guy got us out of that jam, bro, because that game was done. It was over. We were depleted. We were upset. I was like, man, you know what? I even told myself I'm not going to. I'm just gonna be in silence. I'm not gonna listen to any. I'm not gonna, listen to watch any YouTube or anything like that, man. You know what I'm saying? But what a win, man. And anyways, moving on. What a win, as in we won, right? We'll take that win. We'll take it better than the loss, right? For whatever it was. And everybody, Prez, you said something very important. Everybody, keep this into perspective. Everybody, this team is decimated with injury. You know how that team, they didn't have other this and this. Okay, us too, man. We're decimated with injuries, man. We don't have, Prez mentioned a couple. We will forever say Ruggs because I mean it just is what it is, man. That was a huge loss. Yes, they do have this Deshaun Jackson. Yes, and now in the Denver game, and late in that Cleveland game too. They're starting to target this dude. I was like, man, why did we sign this dude for? If you're not gonna, if you're not gonna hit this dude, man, like use him. Raiders, ball out, everybody, ball out, and then get paid somewhere else next year, man, because this thing's gonna blow up. Anyways, man, we're moving forward into this Denver game, and then as we look forward into this Indy game, same thing with Denver game, man. So I'll piggyback off of what you said, man. I love my car, DC. I love my guy, DC, their car, man. But Lord have mercy, man. He struggled in that Denver game. Man. I think with those, if those turnovers don't happen, that game's not even close, man. We just put these guys away. We put them out of their misery. I mean, whether it was close or whether it wasn't, Denver is not a very good team, and we were able to beat this team. Shout out to the defense. Look, everybody been giving the defensive pass. Prez, I don't think we ever gave the defensive pass this year. I think we praised them. We said they were a lot better, but we were very critical because we're like, hey, man, you give up a lot of third and longs, and we're just giving up some bad points late in the game. Anyways, man, forget all that because you're just as good as your next game, and they've been playing a whole lot better. They're playing better, so we need to keep on bringing it. And now, Prez, man, we go into the game against Indianapolis. So far it's a 10 a.m. game. I don't know if you like those 10 a.m. games. I like those 10 a.m. games because I just love to wake up and watch the Raider game, right? But
Yeah.
and they're playing indoors and all that kind of stuff, man. So prayers, man, and who knows who's gonna be on COVID list, or who knows who is going to be available to play. Let me just call out the injury list real quick for us, okay? So we got Derek Carr, his ribs, but he did have a full practice. Divine Diablo had a shoulder elbow and his practice was limited. Jonathan Hankins, Prez, I like Hankins, but we got to think about this brother, man, because he has a tough time staying healthy. Anyways, his back, and he had a limited practice. Daniel Helm, who the heck is Daniel Helm? He's a tight end. His knee, and he had a full practice. Josh Jacobs, his ribs, and he had a full practice. Quentin Jefferson, it says he didn't practice, just over some rest. And then Foster Monroe, his abdomen, and he had a full practice. And then Brandon Parker, man, come on, Brandon Parker. That's a guy that I want to focus on, Prez. I think you touched on the offensive line, man, and so come on, Brandon Parker, and that was his knee, and he had a full practice. So Prez, let's talk about going into this really quick, going into this indie game, and Waller, I guess, is on COVID protocol. President, this isn't those podcasts as, oh man, well, my sources tell, no. We ain't got no sources. We just do our research, whatever is being reported out there, right? But a few reports that I have heard, Prez, is that Waller's healthy, man. He's waiting for that extension, and his agent is telling him don't sign him. Don't play until you get that extension. I don't know. That's just something that I've heard being reported. And the other thing is just, man, he's just not ready. So we'll see, everybody. But I don't know, Prez. I'm starting to lean more towards the maybe Waller ain't gonna sign, or maybe Waller ain't gonna return
He's
until
on the COVID list.
yeah. I know he's on the COVID list right now,
Yeah.
but that's just what I'm hearing, man. That he might not return until he gets either an extension or he might even test the market, man. But we'll see. Anyways, that's just hearsay, man. It doesn't even matter what I think, because what matters is the reality, and the reality is we're playing the Indianapolis Colts. Prayers, give me one thing on offense and one thing on defense that we need to win this stinking game and keep our freaking poor little broken into a billion pieces Raider hearts and hopes alive, man.
Well, a couple things. Derek Carr needs to cut back those turnovers. Bro, he had a couple turnovers. He fumbled. He threw an interception, ill-advised interception. I guess it was like a couple seconds left in the first half this last game.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He should have just, they should have just ran the clock out. There's only 15 seconds left, bro. He threw it a screen pass. That's a good call. Throw a screen pass, get as many yards as you can, and then just run the clock out and go back in. He should have just ate it and threw it out. The defensive end jumped on him. Okay, he got that. And then that fumble. All right, that he only had a couple hundred yards throwing. What we need to do this next game, he needs to cut the turnovers, and Josh Jacobs needs to have another killer game, bro. I think he had about 100 and some odd, hit like 129, 120 yards he had about 20 some odd carries, about 120 plus yards. So Josh Jacobs needs to come through. He needs to come through, and they need to get that running game going. Because if it's all on Derek Carr's shoulders, I don't think we're gonna win the game. And we have to put the handcuffs on Taylor, on Jonathan Taylor, their running back. He's an MVP candidate as a running back. They're gonna have to hold him. They're gonna have to hold him down. Right now, I'm not sure right now who's starting. They have Sam Ellinger or whatever his name is as starting. But of course, the fucking the NFL wants to change the fucking rules all of a sudden. During this week, they couldn't even wait a week. They had to change the rules, and so now they cut down I guess from 10 days on the COVID list. They cut it down to 5. So Wentz has a chance to play. Wentz might be playing. I think the 5 days is up on Sunday. I'm not sure how that's going to play in. I'm not sure if I think his 5 days would be up on Sunday. So I'm not sure. Maybe he tests and that morning and he's clear. Maybe he plays. So that's kind of up in the air right now. But even if he plays or if he doesn't, the defense is going to have to come through, man. For the Raiders, they're going to have to keep us in the game. And the running game, I think the running game is going to have to really play a big factor in this running game, because if they're all if you just throwing the ball wrong and they know you're not going to run, they're just going to hone in on the passing game. That's all they're going to do. And so you need to keep them honest. You need to keep them honest with that running game. Offensive line, they have to do their job, bro. Everybody pretty much has to do their job, and they have to take this as a playoff game. From here on out, every game is a playoff game. That's just what it is. These next 2 games are playoff games. They're must wins. You have to win. Don't leave anything to chance. These are must win games. Must win games. You need to win this one, and the next week, if they win this one, the next week against the Chargers will pretty much be a win and in. Pretty much you win, you're in, and if you lose, you'll be out. You can't leave nothing to chance.
Yeah. Prayers, I'm going to start off with what you said in the first place, man. My guy DC, I think that's number 1 for me too on the offense. I think if he doesn't commit any turnovers at all, if nobody fumbles, because dudes be fumbling too. Hunter Renfrow, Lord have mercy, man. Josh Jacobs, Lord have mercy. Put some glue on their hands, right? Yeah. I've been hanging around with Jalen Richard too much, man. Hey, hold on to this ball, homies. But you particularly, DC, are throwing these interceptions, these untimely interceptions, my guy. You can do this, okay? And that's keeping it real, everybody. And with this podcast is not for the Derek Carr apologists, is not for the Derek Carr hater, man. You know what I'm saying? We just what we see and what we want the team to do to win. That's just keeping it real, next season. Look, don't get mad at me, everybody. I think he'll be the quarterback next season. I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. I even think, man, if Lord have mercy, if he wins these 2 games, don't get mad at me, everybody. They might even give him the extension, man. Who knows? I don't know, man. I don't even know, man. We just gotta focus on these first 2 games, man. And so anyways, Brett, like you said, everybody hold on to that freaking football. I liked how in the second half of the Denver game, Derek Carr started hitting everybody, started hitting Zay, started hitting Deshaun, started hitting. Of course, he goes for Renfro. Foster Monroe had a big first down in the fourth quarter that got the thing rolling. I think we're gonna get this dude. Edwards is gonna come back. And I'm not saying that all these guys are the answer, man. I'm just saying DC's hitting everybody. So that's the thing, man. Keep hitting everybody. And then, Prez, you said it, man. Josh Jacobs. I want them to use this guy, Peyton Barber, a little more as well, but get that running game going. So here are the key people right here. Because you're right, Prez. I love my guy, DC, but if it's all on him to win it, I don't know, man. I mean, I have faith in my heart or whatever, but I don't know. So here we go, man. Colton Miller, John Simpson, Andre James, Alex Leatherwood, Brandon Parker, and Andre James has been playing a whole lot better. Colton Miller has been pretty solid. So anyways, man, it lies on those guys right there. If those guys can help make them holes, and Josh Jacobs is hitting them holes, Peyton Barber is hitting them holes, Richard's hitting them holes, and if these guys can give DC time to block, or DC, man, if nobody's open, man, run for your life. Run for your life, man. All right? And then we can make something happen, man. And then on defense, they've been doing a much better job stopping the run, stopping the third and longs, stopping the fourth and longs, because it's crazy. Doesn't it seem like it's like no more third downs, man? It's like everybody goes for it on fourth down, man. And, so you're never safe. So that's the thing, man. Get off the field, man. And then, when it comes to Special teams. Where can I be critical on special teams? Just not letting, when we're punting that ball away, just not letting them get big yardage coming back. And that's it right there, Prez. You know what I'm saying? So, Prez, here we go, man. What are we honestly and realistically predicting? This next coming game. Is this realistically a game that the Raiders can win, or is this just Raider hope in our heart?
I mean, realistically, look, if we don't turn the ball over, if we get the running game going, and if Derek Carr spreads the ball around, I think we could win it. And we scored touchdowns in the red zone. We're one of the worst red zone scoring teams in the league, if not the worst. We don't really score when we're in the red zone, which is if not familiar with that, the red zone is from the 20 yards in. 20 yards in, that's considered the red zone. So when we're in the 20 yards and in, when we're over there, we don't score. I think it's like about in the low 50s, 50% of the time where we score a touchdown. Where we have to score touchdowns is field goal shit. Although I love Carlson and he's clutch, we need touchdowns.
Yeah,
Touchdowns wins
absolutely.
games. Field goals, just scoring field goals isn't going to do it, especially against a team like the Colts who are hot. They're a hot team. They're going to come in and they're at home. They're going to have the home field advantage. As a visiting team, we need touchdowns. We need to get touchdowns every time we're in the red zone. If we score touchdowns instead of field goals, I think we can win the game. If we don't do those things, if we turn the ball over and we're only relying on Carlson to score touchdowns, and our defense doesn't come through like they've been coming through, we will lose. We will lose, and the season will be over at that point. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. The season will be over. It's when you're not gonna, and especially in the AFC. In the AFC, there's too many good teams vying for a position right now. You got countless teams going. It's tough. It's AFC is really tough. AFC is really tough. They got countless teams that are coming. So if we don't, like I said, if we don't do those things, if we don't do those things as far as on offense and defense, and Derek Carr doesn't throw these ill-advised interceptions. If Jacobs has a big game in the, give him a 20 plus, controlling the time of possession, that's important in any game. You control the clock with that run game. You can't control the clock if you're throwing these deep shots and you're scoring with only a minute or two. If you're only scoring a minute, you only take a minute or two off the clock. You're giving the opposite team a lot of time to score. You're getting a lot of time to score. So we need to control the clock. I mean, take it back to the Broncos, this last game. That second half drive to open up the second half, that was the kind of drive that we need. It was about a 75-yard drive. We ate up maybe I think it was like 4.5 to 5 minutes, and we scored. And from that second half drive, the Raiders they won the game. They pretty much had the lead, and they won the game from that time on. Those are the kind of drives we need. We need to eat up chunks of clock, 4 or 5 minutes at a time, and they end it with the touchdown. If we can't take up 4 or 5 minutes and they end it with 3 points. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't win like that in the NFL. These playoff teams are going to eat you up, especially these next two teams. These next two teams are high-powered offenses. So we need to do those things. If we don't do those things, Raiders don't do those things, bro, we're going to lose pretty much, realistically.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you too, Prez. Okay, so Prez, Prez is saying, hey, man, if we do, the team can win if we don't turn the ball over, if we don't, so on and so forth. My take, man, can this team win? Dang, man. Okay, is that? Oh, how dare you? It's your boy, the man himself, man. No, it's not that. Everybody, listen, man. Prez and I, man, we're realistic about the team, and I think way back in week It was week 11, I want to say, against the Giants. We were like, oh, we should win this game. But if we don't win this game, this is who we are. The maybes again, the woulda, coulda, shouldas again. That's just, and it is what it is. And okay, but they're still in it. You're right, they are still in it. But we're 8-7, man. So that means we're good sometimes and we're really bad sometimes. And that means when you're sometimes you're just not, you're not consistent, and that doesn't equal to good or elite or whatever. So, like Prez said, man, the team I think is talented enough to win, but it has to be flawless in those aspects. Um, the For me, the key is the offensive line. O line, if you give Derek Carr time to throw or to run for his freaking life, I think he'll do a pretty good job. I think it'll give my guy DC less opportunities to throw interceptions and stuff like that. All right. Now, also, if the O line is on point and we're not getting these dumb penalties, or whatever, I think Josh Jacobs, I think he got his mojo back. I think he got his rhythm back. I think Jalen Richard is getting his rhythm. And we know that Peyton Barber definitely is getting his rhythm. So that's the key right there. Yes, of course, everybody has to play well. Yes, of course, the defense has to play well. Keep this in mind too, guys. We have some. It looks like we're gonna have some key people out on COVID. On the COVID list, man. Perryman, Nate Hobbs Jr., and these are some key dudes. So we keep that in mind, everybody, that we're like spread thin. And remember. Oh, dude, they barely beat Cleveland. They barely beat Denver. This Raider team is also decimated with injuries. Please understand that, everybody. That the O line that we had, that wasn't the O line we were supposed to have. We thought, anyways, man, it don't even matter because he ain't here, so it don't even matter. So it is what it is, everybody. Like Chris said, if we're flawless, we got a shot. And then when we play the Chargers, gotta be flawless again, man. And that's what's up, everybody. Hey, Prez, man, can you believe it, man? We got 29 episodes under our belt, man, and I'm feeling thankful. And as I'm reflecting on the year, Prez, man, there was a lot of hard work, a lot of good work put in. Now, a lot of people, man, they have this tradition, man, on New Year's, man, the New Year's resolution. Oh, I'm gonna quit this, or I'm gonna start doing this, or I'm gonna whatever. Woo. I'm not saying, man, that the Raider Nation or the Raider Nation Misfits need New Year's resolution, man. But what are you urging, man, this new year, man? What are you urging everybody to stop doing or start doing? And it doesn't even have to be in the new year, man. It could be at any moment in your life, right?
Yeah, bro. I mean, just stop hating on one another, man. You know what I mean? Like, stop hating on one another, bro.
That's what's up.
Like, bro, like, start encouraging each other. Like, encouraging each other. People are hating on people that they should be learning from. You know what I mean? Like, stop hating on people that you should be learning from, bro. Like, I mean, if I see someone doing something that I want to do, I'm gonna take notes, and I'm gonna be like, man, I want to do that too. And, just like I started this Misfits Kitchen, bro. I'll give you an example. I started Misfits Kitchen, bro, and it's pretty much just I saw people out there with their carts, with their food carts and their taco carts, and I'm just like, man, it inspired me to get one of my own. It inspired me to get it myself so I could do things for us. That's how that happened. But if I would have been like a hater like some of these other people, I would have been talking shit like, oh, look at this guy with this cart. Look at this guy over there trying to, sling his tacos at this charity event, or is selling plates over here. I'm going to be over here talking shit, I mean, come on. What does that get you, man? But no, I did it because I saw different people doing it. I saw different people doing it, so I got inspired to do it. When I see someone giving back or something, man, I see someone do an event or some charity event, I'm like, hey, you know what? We could do that. Let's get together. Let's link up with some different people. Let's link up with different people in the community. Let's link up with different people that are doing it. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's not compete with these people over here who did it already. Let's kind of try to match them. You know what I mean? That's like the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson effect. They pushed each other. They were competitive, bro. They were best of friends. They were the best friends, but they pushed each other. They would be like, I'm gonna do this. You match it now, bro. That's like when you're on the backyard and you're playing ball or something with one of your with your brother or your cousin, and I'm gonna shoot a 3-pointer from the line, and when you make it, you're gonna mark that spot on the floor. I made it from right there, bro. Now you do it. And then if you do it, you're like, oh hell yeah, bro, I did it just like you. I made it too. All right, I'm gonna one up you, and I'm gonna take like 3 steps back, and I'm gonna now. Can you do that now? And then if you do it, you're gonna be like, hell yeah. But if you don't, I bet you, you're gonna keep trying to hit it from that spot until you make it. And then when you make it, you're gonna make sure that person that you were trying to compare with, that you're trying to like show that you did it. You're gonna let them know, hey, bro, remember that shot that you made? Remember that shot that you made, bro? I made it too, man. And instead of that person congratulating you, imagine if that person doesn't congratulate you and they're just like, oh man, you probably cheated. Oh, you probably didn't do it right. Oh man, whatever. You probably had to cheat to make it. You're like, damn, bro, for real? Why can't you just congratulate me for making that shot, homie? Like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Start congrats. If you see someone doing something that you started or whatever the case may be, because honestly, anybody doing something right now isn't the first person doing it, bro. Isn't the first person doing it. There's always someone that did it before you. There's always someone that did it before you, and maybe they're doing it better in your eyes, but it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter. Just encourage one another, man. Encourage one another. Be like, hey, man, I started this little hustle right here, man. And be like, hell yeah, bro, that's good shit, man. You need some help with it. You need some pointers. You know what I mean? I kind of have a bit of knowledge about it. Let me help you out, bro. Let me help you out. Hey, man, we started this little podcast, bro. Like, maybe you have some pointers for us. Oh yeah, man. Why don't you guys do it like this? Or why don't you try this? Oh yeah, thanks, man. That's good. That's the kind of encouragement I want to see more, man, because it just seems like it's a lot of little competitiveness going on. And it doesn't have to be like that, man. It doesn't have to be like that, because at the end of the day, we're all one nation. At the end of the day, we're all supposed to represent the Raiders. Yeah, we all have different factions and we all have different clubs and crews that we represent. And each club and crew has their specific, maybe their rules or their guidelines that they follow or what they're about. But it doesn't mean the people next to you in that other crew or other club or other organization aren't just as good as you. So you don't need to be talking down to them. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make, I don't like when I see it, and I try to stay away from it. But I'm just trying to say, just from now on, just show some more encouragement to one another, bro, because you never know what those encouraging words might mean to that person that you're telling them to. They might need to hear it. They might have woke up one day and just been like, man, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this today? No one even likes that I'm doing it. No one even says nothing. And then that one person that sends you a message and tells you, hey man, keep doing what you're doing, bro. That shit's cool, man. That shit's cool, man. Keep up doing what you're doing. I heard your episode, or I saw what you were doing, or I saw what you guys were doing. I really respect what you're doing, man. That's all you needed. And you're like, hell yeah, for real? In your mind, you're like, hell yeah. All this time and effort that I put in doing what I'm doing, and that one person showed me some affection or showed me some love for doing it. That's all I need. That's all that person needed, bro. So you never know what your words and your kind words, how much they mean to a person.
Hey, everybody, you heard it right there, man. Raider Nation, in this next upcoming year, and not in this upcoming year, let's start from this upcoming moment right here. Let's stop hating on one another and let's build one another up. Hey, everybody, man, listen to this, man, as Prez, man, as he burns up that's a symbolic peace pipe right there, man, for the whole Raider Nation right there. And as Prez cues up, he get ready to cue up the music right here, man. Let me just everybody take you out with one last little excerpt right here. This is John Madden's speech as he's inducting the great Al Davis right here into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, man.
There's 7 Raiders out there. Now those 7 Raiders are in the Hall of Fame. They need a scout, an assistant coach, and a head coach, and a commissioner, general manager, and an owner. And today, they get the best. And he walks down that stadium, crowd cheers, the public address announcer says simply, from the Raiders, Al Davis. He can't be denied. His dream today becomes a reality. Al Davis.
A Raider. His record is self-explanatory. His 103 victories in 10 years of head coaching
He's talking about John Madden.
parallels the best in the history of the game. We're all so proud of John. John Madden will take his rightful place in the Hall of Fame in the very near future.
Hey, man, so there it is right there, man. We know Big Al. He loved John Madden because John Madden was the commitment to excellence. So everybody, man, remember, all you Raider fans with this hope in your heart, remember where we come from, man. Remember that just win, baby, man. You know what I'm saying? We got that greatness of the Raiders, starting with John Madden, starting with all those great coaches, and now these are the greatest fans in the world, all right? So Prez, man, the Raider Nation is a family thing, and take us out like that, Prez. But you know how we always end every podcast, man. A shout out to the Raider Nation, coast to coast and worldwide. Here we go.
Raiders.
Up and you soaking, yeah, what up, slow? Vega and Tone and myself, the bullhead Prez, yeah, you know what it is. Represent that Misfits. You can't mess with my clique, silver and black, with my Misfit flag. Represented, baby, to this day of my death. Yeah, on my Misfits. I see you in the building, baby. Yeah, what up, Sugar Free? Come on my Misfits. Ain't no party like a Misfit party, cause our Misfit party don't stop. Love, loyalty, respect, man, that's all we got. It's a family thing, baby, to the day that we try. Ain't no party like a Misfit party, cause our Misfit party don't stop. Love, loyalty, respect, man, that's all we got. It's a family thing, baby, to the day that we try. We rep it, city to city, from state to state. It's that Raider Nation 365, 24/7. All my Misfits at, love, loyalty, and respect. I always give it back. That's how it goes when you sport that silver and black. It's a family thing, and that's a fact.
Dudes, get this win, man. We'll see everybody next week, man. Stay safe. Happy New Year, everybody.